So now what we had done, so we are plotting this, okay, this one, okay, just wait. So this is your x, so that is your predictor, so this is your y, okay, so that is your target label or called as a response. So we are using these values of x to plot this one, okay. Then we may be getting a line like this. This is called as a linear line. Okay. So now this is defining the slope. So this is defining the intercept. So the point where it is touching is called as a intercept. So whenever we have a linear equations like this, so we'll be getting y is equal to mx, okay, so plus c. Okay, so regression model, what we normally do is, so we work out with the algorithm to find this particular equation. So regression is also called as a curve fitting model. So you work out to find this particular equation. Okay. Now once you find this equation, so any value you substitute here. Okay. So once you find a m value, once you find a c value, that remains constant for one particular linear equation line. Okay. Then any value of x you give, so you can predict the y. So you are supposed to predict the house price here. So this is your y. Okay. So this is your x. Okay. So this is independent variable. This is dependent variable. So why we are calling that? Because y is dependent on x. Okay. So the price of house depends on the size, okay, of the house. Okay. The size is less. Okay. So you may get the price may be less. If the size of a house is more, the price may be higher. Okay. So now y is dependent on x, so we call y as a dependent variable and x as an independent variable. Okay. So y and x are related via some function. So this function is nothing but your equation. So what we are supposed to find out. Okay. So and one more thing, what we have to find out is a r. So here we are not supposed to find out, but generally you are given. So r is called as a correlation coefficient. Okay. So when r square, we are calling it as a variance. Okay. So it is having a formula. Okay. So variance will tell you how strong the correlation exists between x and y. Okay. So how strong the correlation exists between the x and y. Okay. Now let us start solving the problem. Okay. So now here, so these are the values. Okay. So where so now we know that, okay, so the r value is nothing but a correlation coefficient. Okay. So how can you, and r square will be giving you the variance. Okay. The r square value, if it is 79%, so it means that, so 79% this thing strong. Okay. Your y is relationship between the x and y is existing. It is not actually the classification accuracy. So it is giving that much percentage the strong correlation exists between x and y. Okay. Now r can be found out by x minus x bar, okay, into y minus y bar. Okay. So divided by square root of x minus x bar of whole square and divided by y minus of y bar of whole square. So x bar is nothing but the mean of x. Okay. So y bar is nothing but a mean of y. Okay. So in this this thing problem, we are not finding out the variance. So further problems, if it is required, so we will be solving on that. Okay. Now first step to find out, okay, so we want to find out y is equal to mx plus c. Okay. So we need to find out what is m, what is c. Okay. So to do that, so in our formulas, okay, so we are having x bar and y bar. So x bar is nothing but first step, you have to calculate the mean of x values and mean of y values. Okay. So second step, so once you calculate, this is mean of that is defining x bar. So mean of y is defining y bar. So the following formula will give the line of the best fit. So that is this m is defining the slope. So that is nothing but summation of I is equal to 1 to n xi minus x bar into yi minus y bar. So we're divided by summation of 1 to n xi minus x bar whole square. So m, the slope is defined by this particular equation. So x and y are given. So you are finding out x bar and y bar. So you substitute this in this particular formula, you get a slope. Okay. Now next thing is to compute the y intercept of the line. You have to find use the formula c is equal to y bar minus mx bar. Okay. So now general while taking a class, I had told that, so regression equation, the linear equation will be given by y is equal to b naught plus beta 1 x plus epsilon. Okay. Now when I had drawn the straight line, okay, so okay, when I had drawn the straight line in this fashion, okay, so when I drawn this one, so here exactly whenever you are trying to cover your points, okay, so exactly it may not be very straight line. Okay, so there will be some error. So that error is nothing but your epsilon. Okay, so that is some epsilon. Okay, so now what we assume for simplicity for this problem, so that is there is no error. So our line is very perfect. Any doubts here? Okay. So our line is perfect. Okay. So we assume that there is no error. So epsilon will be 0 in this case. Okay. So now for that what we do, y is equal to mx c plus mx. Okay. So now we can take c is equal to beta naught, okay, and beta 1, okay, that is nothing but a m. So in this case we assume that, so epsilon is 0. Okay. Now this I am taking it as a equation 1. So remember this is a equation 1, so which we are taking further. Okay. So next here, now step 1 we are supposed to find out x bar and y bar. So this is your x and this is your y. So x bar, okay, so x bar is nothing but first you have to find the sum of all. Okay, I have put in Excel and calculated what is the value. So I've taken a sum, so you can check out later. So the total sum of this value column is this much. The total sum of this column is this particular value. Okay. Now x bar is equal to summation of, okay, I to n x, okay, divided by n. Okay, so that is nothing but, so this value divided by 15 because we are having 15 columns, so 15 values. So that is nothing but 1931.333. So similarly, y bar is equal to summation of I is equal to 1 to n yi divided by n. So when I substitute this sum divided by 15, we get this value. So our step 1 is over, where we have found out x bar and y bar. Okay. So next calculate the slope using the formula. Okay. Now m is equal to summation of, okay, I is equal to 1 to n xi minus x bar into yi minus y bar. So divided by, okay, summation of I is equal to 1 to n, so xi minus x bar of whole square. Okay. So we wanted xi minus x bar, okay, yi minus y bar. So what we did, xi minus x bar. So x bar we have found out here, that is 1931. So xi is this one, 1850. Okay. So 1850 minus 1931. So we get this one. Okay. So similarly, so we had taken second value. So 2190. So 2190 minus 1931. So we get this particular value. So similarly, respective values we have taken and calculated xi minus yi. So similarly, okay, so yi is this one, so $229.500 minus of, okay, so this value 215193. So you get this particular value. So similarly, consecutive values we have calculated. So xi minus x bar, yi minus y bar. Okay. Now we have seen that this is a formula, okay, so where these two values are multiplied. So we are multiplying this value by this value, so we get this value. So similarly, we are multiplying these two, so we get this one. So similarly, we do for all. Okay. Now here we have summation of I is equal to 1 to n. So that means we need to count all of them. So that sum will be this one. Okay. Now you can see the denominator. So denominator, what it say, xi minus of x bar. So this of whole square. So what we do, so xi minus of x bar. So this value. So if you want to take a square of this, so you get this particular value. So similarly, for each consecutive values we have done. So then this is a summation which is showing. So we have taken a summation. Okay. So now what we are doing? So your numerator is this value. So denominator, summation of I is equal to 1 to n xi minus x bar. So this value. So now m is equal to, you have to divide the numerator by denominator. So you get a m is equal to 139.481, so on. Okay. So you can round off to 139.48. Okay. Now next thing is you have to compute step 3, that is y-intercept of a line. So where c is equal to y bar minus, okay, m of x bar. Okay. So y bar we know we have calculated in, okay. So step 1, so this is y bar value. So we know x bar value. So we have m and we have c. Okay. So first we are finding out c. So we have y bar minus of m x bar. Okay. So m is this value, y bar is this value, x bar is this value, y bar is this value. Okay. So when you subtract, okay, so y bar minus of, okay, m into x bar, so you get value is minus 54191. Okay? So c will be equal to minus 54191. So now substituting m and c in equation 1, okay, so we get, so we have seen the equation 1 here. Okay, so this is equation 1, y is equal to c plus mx. Okay, so substituting that in equation 1, so we get 139 mx plus c. Okay, so 139.48 into x plus c. So c value is minus 54191. So when we substitute, so we are getting minus 54191. So this is the equation what we have obtained. Okay, so now this is your regression model is ready. Okay, so your regression model is ready. So we have derived the function y is equal to f of x. Okay? So now we can predict any house price, okay, for any given value of x. Okay? So what will be the house price if I am giving a value of x as to 2000? Can you calculate and tell me? There is no 2000 value here, no? No 2000. So what will be the house price when I give size will be 2000? Can anybody calculate it? Can anybody calculate this one? Calculate and tell. Amrita, Bhavya. Anybody can calculate? Have you? Did you follow it or not? Umra Tafsil Khanam. Did you follow it? Okay, you can calculate it later. So take it as assignment. Okay. So now you, for a given value of x is equal to 2000. Okay. So what will be your y? Okay. So what is your y? So you calculate this one and tell me. Okay. So how to calculate this one? Okay. So you have to put, okay, so y, okay, so y is equal to 139.48, okay, into, okay, so 2000, so 2000, okay, so minus of 54191. Okay, so when you substitute this and calculate, so you'll get the price of y. So okay, so what we do, so we will stop here. So as the problem is over, so tomorrow's